Welcome to the Pattern People, where we decode the subconscious patterns behind everyday events so that you can transform your life from the inside out.
Absolutely.
I'm Marina Susan. My key interests are body decoding, past lives, and relationship dynamics, and all the patterns and programs that go alongside those. I've been helping people transform their lives from the inside out for over 40 years.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Yasamika, often known as the Pattern Man. Because of my own subconscious patterning, I had to find out how they worked so I could change my life, stop the repeats happening. So that was 35 years ago. And now I help other people clear their subconscious patterning. And I'm very good at finding the patterns, finding the dots and joining them up in a subconscious way. That's what I major in.
Today, we're decoding the patterning behind a message that Jane from Auckland in New Zealand sent in to us. This is what she had to say. I have reached a major crossroads in my life. What I used to do no longer interests me, and I feel like I am stuck in a job that I hate. I have no idea how to change this and what I should do next. Every time I try to work it out, I feel overwhelmed and confused. I choose something, then I get cold feet and back off again. I want to try something new and get a new job, but I cannot decide what I should do. So there we go. Jane has a lot of decisions to make.
Yeah, it's got decision written all over it, hasn't it?
She's not sure how to go about it or why she's feeling so indecisive.
Sounds like she's really good at procrastination.
Definitely some procrastination going in there. But when you do not have an idea what to do next, and it's really hard to make a choice, it's very easy to sit back and procrastinate because you just don't know which way to go.
Yeah, it's a method of self-protection, really, isn't it? Sit on my backside and wait and see what else happens.
Or sit on the fence. That could be where she's sitting as well. Do I choose between this or do I make the decision and go this way?
So if she's having trouble making a decision, she must have made a decision in her earlier life and it went wrong, according to her perception, or it could be according to someone else's perception. And her subconscious mind is protecting her from making that decision again because it protects us.
Well, you wouldn't want to make the wrong decision. And if you've had a negative experience somewhere along your life, Jane, or anyone else who's listening who resonates with this, if you've had a situation where the decision that you made led you into hot water, so to speak, or you got punished for it, criticized, judged, or you just felt yourself that it was a dumb decision, or it did not work out the way that you were expecting or hoping, then you would definitely have challenges trying to decide which way to go.
The word that gets highlighted in my mind is stuck. So that means she gets to the crossroads. Which way am I going to go? And her mind, subconscious mind, would prefer her to be stuck rather than move on. Now, stuck in the elemental way could be stuck in mud. Usually stuck in mud, because if you're in air, you do not usually get stuck. In water, maybe not really, but definitely stuck in the karmic element of earth.
And stuck relates to our sacral chakra, where all our creation comes from. So if you're feeling like you're unable to move forward because you are stuck, or feeling that you're stagnating or unproductive or lacking creativity, if that's part of what's going on, then this could be sitting in the sacral chakra.
Yeah, well, if it's stuck in the sacral, that means we project our future out of our back. And I presume has to make a decision which direction she's going in
Well,
for her future.
She says, I want to try something new. So that would definitely be future focused.
So then when you look at the body to see where it's coming from, if she's got a sore lower back, we project our future out of our back. And the chakra, as you say, that creates the practical things is our orange sacral chakra. So she could always check with this to see if she's got a sore lower back.
Something else I've noticed that's going on here is Jane says, I have no idea how to change. Do you think we could introduce Frank? Because I'd like to have a look at where that sacral chakra is sitting and show you where the ideas are. So here we go. We've got Frank. Welcome, Frank. It's nice to see you on Pattern People. You're one of the gang. The sacral chakra here, the one we were talking about with the creativity, is sitting below the belly button. So if you're on the back, it is in that lower back region or just across the top of the hips. Now, when you have no idea, that's like not having the knowledge, not having the concept. Whoops, there we go. Frank's moving along. And that could be sitting up here in the third eye chakra. And funnily enough, which is hardly surprising at all when you know how these chakras work, the sacral chakra and the third eye chakra are connected. Everything revolves around the heart. So we're going up to our third eye, and we're coming down to the sacral. So they actually work as a pair. So if Jane is having no idea what to create or how to create her future, she's got challenges operating there between those two chakras.
That could mean her on a soul level, she could be orange ray,
possibly
wanting to move forward. And her complement to that would be her indigo ray. And it's because of this one, it's blocking this one.
And that's an interesting point too, because people who are what we call orange ray focused on the creative chakra of this is production, making, transforming. Somebody that comes into your house, maybe a relative, and wants to move your furniture around or says, oh, you should have this painting over here. More than likely, they're from the orange ray.
Yep.
Now, if they get stuck in the orange, they will often try and operate out of their head, out of knowledge. And vice versa. If they're an indigo ray person, they'll come from the knowledge center. If it seems to be blocked, they'll try and physically transform by moving things around. So that could be going on with Jane, possibly. Let's just see what else she's got here. She says, I'm over. Oh, thanks, Frank. Frank can just have a seat and observe for a while. She says, I'm overwhelmed and confused. Now, to me, overwhelmed and confused fits into the same reaction type. What have you got on that?
Yeah, well, there's a cause, and then there's an effect. And if the effect is negative, if you've done something positive, and then someone comes along and judges you or stops you, or in Jane's case, may have punished her for making the wrong decision, the mind goes into what some people call fright and flight, I think. But we know it as Rajas, Tamas, and Sattva. And a Rajas mindset, when something upsets them, everything goes out. Their mind kind of goes.
That's their natural reaction.
Yeah. And that's their emotional response to a negative effect. And the whole thing with the Rajas is out. Freak out, blow my mind, confusion, frustration, overwhelming. Their mind absolutely loses it, and it's all outward. And when a person quite often throws a rajas, they throw words out and they have no control of this. So they'll throw words out that may hurt people or hurt themselves. And after they throw a rajas, they'll say, did you know that you said this? And often they'll have no idea that they have, and they have to apologize for what they've thrown out of their mouths. So overwhelmed and confusion is a rajas reaction.
Definitely. Unfortunately, those words, if you're in a rajas mindset or reacting in a rajas way, once those words come out, you're unable to take them back. So they come out in the heat of the moment. So that's the rajas mindset. I'm just looking here also. She says, every time I try to work it out. Now, that speaks to me very much of the blue mind. Whenever I want to work out something, now that I understand about the red mind and the blue mind, I try to put my blue mind to the side, or at least integrate it alongside my red mind. Now, the reason I do that is because the blue mind only operates on what it already knows. And it's very factual, very to the point, very precise. But our red mind is the one that brings in the new. Now, you want a new job, Jane. You've come to a point in your life, crossroads, meaning that there's more than one or two decisions. It could be four or more. It's not just an intersection. It's a crossroads. So you've got multiple options here. To bring in the new, we have to integrate the red intuitive mind. It's the one that brings us the gut instinct or the knowing, rather than the hard and fast facts that we've always worked with in the past. Let's have a look at Yelena and just see where the red and the blue minds sit.
This is Yelena. Third dimensional representation of a third dimensional reality. This is the physical reality that we see with our, or detect with our five physical senses. Here's Yelena.
Welcome, Yelena.
Outside layer of our etheric body, known as our ghost or spirit. Here's your red one. This is the emotional layer of our being, and this operates off feelings. And this one lives in our belly. And to complement that, we have a blue mind, which is mental based. This one's emotional based. So when you're talking to a person and they start talking about, oh, this feels nice, I love the feel of this, you'll know that they're in their subconscious red mind. The blue mind is the thinker. It's mental. So when you're with a person and they are saying, oh, I think this and I think that, they are in their subconscious blue mind.
Thanks for that, Yasa. So here we have the red mind, which is the intuitive one. This is bringing in the new, or the possibility of new. The blue one can only ever work on what it already knows. Now, both of these are in our fourth dimensional spirit mind. They are actually the same size, just to fit them inside the dolls. We have one smaller than the other, but the red and the blue mind are of equal size. However, depending on which mind you work out of more often, you may focus more on your blue mind. And I think Jane does, because she says, what was it again? I choose something, I get cold feet. Well, the blue mind is the one that's thinking, I'm not sure that I can do this, rather than backing itself and say, yeah, I'll have a go. I'll get in there, and I'm positive about this. This is the more cautious of the two.
Calculative, eh?
Yeah, it's calculative, and wants to have data, proof, evidence, confirmation, all of that before it will do anything. So if you're having challenges moving from the decision, which is up in your head and making it a physical reality, which brings it down into your body, then you've got a blue and red mind challenge, because this is the one that sits in the head and this is the one that sits in the body. So we've got that going on. And the other thing that she said was, trying to work it out. She's in here in her conscious mind, which is this part of Yelena. That's the outside of us. And the conscious mind's the tiniest little mind that we have. This one's bigger, but it's full of all those programs. But you're operating in this blue mind, trying to work out which pathway to take next, wanting to integrate the two so that you've got a balanced approach to being able to work out which step you need to take next. So there you go, Jane. There's some insights into what's going on with your challenges behind making a decision for what job to take or where to go next with the crossroads in your life. If this resonates with you and you would like to do something about it, have a look at our clearing library around the concept of decision. You'll be able to do an interactive clearing for yourself alongside us. Yasa narrates all the clearings in there, and we fill you in about what's going on behind the scenes around the decision issue. Or if you prefer, contact us for a one-on-one session, and we'll go through in detail with you on Zoom, identifying exactly what's going on in your life and helping you to clear indecision or decision patterning out of your subconscious mind. If you want to find out more about how your mind works and its subconscious programs, then check out our Welcome to Yourself series in the Being Human Learning Library. I'll pop the links for all of those below so that you can contact us or you can find what you're looking for. Well, there you go, Jane. I hope that's helped shine some light and give some clarity to what's going on with your crossroads and indecision situation. Bye for now.